Hi guys, welcome back to another GGF video, and recently I teamed up with Western Digital to bring you that high-end editing PC that was to be given away. This time WD reached out to me again to create a home office PC, and yes, that is something very different than what I'm used to doing. Normally I'm doing case reviews, high-end water-cooled systems and so on, so this was a pretty cool challenge to do and a pretty cool project. Now the whole reasoning behind this project was to promote the new WD Blue SN550 1TB SSD. Now I do have the 1TB NVMe model in here. So before I go over all the specs in this little system, this system will be given away. It will be given away through the Western Digital social media channels, so keep an eye out on those. I'll throw them in the some links in the description below. So keep an eye on those for your chance to win this little system. Now, as I said earlier, the whole point was to sort of promote the new WD SN550 NVMe SSDs. So I've got one of those in here, and then I've also got a WD Blue 6TB standard hard drive as well. Now you might be wondering what this little chassis is, and I think for a home office PC, this is really something that's a little bit futuristic and something to spice up your setup if you do want something like this. This is the Fractal Design era. Now this is the silver white oak. Now you might be wondering where the oak comes into it, and that is on the top here. Now Fractal Design has quite a few different models or color themes that this chassis comes in. There's like a black, there's a darker silver, there's a champagne color, and you can get different wood grains as well, and also glossy tops as well. And I think once this goes on here, it gives you that really nice unique look. And then you can also swap the top for a full vented top as well, instead if you don't want to go with the wood. So yep, as I said earlier, Mitx Chassis, I wanted to keep this something small. I think for a home office, you don't need anything too crazy. You just need it off to the side. And especially with a case like this, I think you do want to have it on your desk because it does look really cool, because once you put this side panel on like that, you don't really see the components inside, and then you can just get this nice aluminum outer shell. Now some of the other hardware inside, I'll stick with Fractal Design. We have the Ion SFX 650 watt power supply. Probably a little bit overkill with this, but it does give the user some future upgrades if they do want to add a dedicated video card and so on. And definitely being SFX in a little system like this, it is the right size power supply you want to go for. As for cooling, I've gone with the Fractal Design again. This is a Celsius Plus S24 Dynamic, a 240 all-in-one cooler. Once again, a little bit overkill for a home office PC, but once again, it does give that upgradability for the user to upgrade that CPU in the future. Because the CPU for this build, I've gone with the AMD Ryzen 3400G. Now this is sort of an APU. It's got the 4-core 8-thread up to 4.2 gigahertz, and it does have that Vega 11 graphics. So being a CPU like this, it can also do some light gaming. So instead of being a dedicated home office PC, in some breaks, your spare time, you can also throw in some light gaming as well. And then once again, you've also got the ability to add in a dedicated GPU later on, because I haven't decided to put one in this system because most home office use doesn't need one anyway. In terms of memory, I've gone with the 8GB of Sniper X. This is from G.Skill. Nothing too over the top, only 8GB, which is more than enough from most home office use, and that is quite simple to upgrade later on. And then of course the motherboard is an ASRock X470. This is the Gaming-ITX AEC, so it does have some decent wireless because most home office systems may not be able to use a wired connection, so it does have the wireless there. And also being X470, it is a little bit cheaper than going X570, but it still has that power if the user does want to upgrade their CPU later on. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this project. I'll throw some actual shots up because I did actually set up a whole sort of a stage setup for this build, because instead of just doing some photos of the system itself, you may have noticed in the the high-end editing PC build for that giveaway, it was really just the tower. But for this one, I wanted to do a little bit more and sort of theme this up and see how it would actually look next to a keyboard, mouse, some actual office files, some more stationery and stuff like that, just to see how it looks. So I'll throw that up, and you'll probably see those photos being thrown around on the Western Digital social media as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you do want a chance to win this, keep an eye out on the WD social media channels. And I want to thank WD for giving me the chance to do this project. It was definitely something cool, not something I'm used to, which is always fun. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.